Hello, my name is Gilbert Huey. I'm a student at the University of West Georgia in Carrollton, Georgia. The topic of my discussion is successful communication in the workplace, a closed loop process. My personal definition of communication is the sending of information via verbal or nonverbal means coupled with the successful reception and understanding of that information by the target person or group. This definition is based on what I've observed, experienced, and attempted to practice in a career spanning over 40 years in the manufacturing industry. Anyone who has worked any length of time in a manufacturing environment will agree that successful communication is one of the most difficult and elusive aspects of effective management. To outsiders looking in on the manufacturing world, communication would appear to be mostly one way, that is, from management or supervision down to assembly line workers. That is not the case, however. The goal of communication is to always send accurate information or appropriate instructions to the intended person or team with as little ambiguity as possible. The communication should be appropriate for its intended audience and not too technical or too wordy. Avoid the pitfall of writing for yourself and not for your intended recipients. The communication should be specific, tightly focused, and not too generalized. It is also important to confirm the communication was received and properly understood by all the intended recipients. There are several ways to do this, such as quizzes, interviews, and direct observations. For a communication to be successful, it must reach and be understood by 100% of its intended recipients. The final step in the closed-loop communication process is to ask for and receive feedback. This feedback should be evaluated because not all feedback is substantive. If the feedback is valid, whether positive or negative, the results should be incorporated into future communication efforts. Incorporating this feedback closes the loop and contributes to never-ending or continuous improvement, which is vital to the success of any organization or operation, especially in the manufacturing world. In summary, a closed-loop communication process in the workplace begins with determining the communication need and the target recipients. Construct and send an understandable, well-organized, succinct communication to the recipients. Confirm the communication was received and understood by all the intended recipients. Ask for feedback, evaluate the feedback, refine or improve your communication process based on this feedback. When I reach the end of my career, I hope that I will be remembered as someone who not only recognized the need for effective communication, but worked consistently and diligently to improve communications at every level of my operation.